Damn, there's a delay. This is just a test. Computer's, knock on wood, working currently. Apparently Google Plus does not like my Firefox. Kind of annoying, but I don't know what the issue is. Hello, Ray. I don't plan on being here long. Just trying to make sure the computer works as much as I can before Crush's show in a few hours. I was hoping to fall back asleep before then. I've only had about 2-3 hours of sleep. Been up since about 3-4 a.m. Yeah, good times. I'm like really out of it. Yeah, the thing that sucks though is I work. Like if I didn't work today, I really wouldn't care because I just sleep whenever. But since I have to work, it kind of sucks. And Saturdays tend to be busy. Although last night wasn't really that busy. But yeah, I guess while I'm on here, I might as well talk about VPX Detroit. I've mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned it on my own videos, but I've mentioned it in other live shows that I do plan on going. If you're unaware, there's a vape convention in Detroit, March 4th through the 6th. So it's Friday through Sunday. I'm planning on driving up there relatively early Saturday morning. It just depends on who else is going to be there, like what time they're planning on being there. So it starts 11 a.m., but I don't know that I want to be there right when it opens, but I don't know. I don't really know how these vape things go because I've never been to a vape convention before. This would be my first one. So I'm not sure if it's better to get there like right when it starts or not. I just don't know. I don't know how long I'll end up staying there because really the main reason I'm going is because a bunch of other people are going. Mark Fagan, I think, is going. ST Vapes is going. I think Zero Truth said he was going. I'm not exactly sure. Dawn from Adore ELIQUID is going to be there. She has a booth. Robbie Vapes is going to try to go, last I heard. I don't think it's definite yet. I don't know who else is going. Andrew, Heavy Metal Vapor, kind of joked about going, but I don't know if he's actually going to go. Dirty was trying to go, but it's indefinite right now. I know I'm missing people. Phenom is going to be there. And, Daniel, the DJ LSB Vapes is going to be there. So that'll be really cool because he's all the way from Portugal. So the odds of me meeting face-to-face with him any other time but like now is pretty much very unlikely. So yeah, I want to meet up with all those people. And I think it would be good for me to go because I've said before, I'm not very social. I don't know how I come across in videos, but until I know somebody, I'm typically very quiet. And that's part of the reason I started doing YouTube and doing videos is because I have, social anxiety, and I'm also I don't communicate well verbally. I'm better at writing. That's why a lot of times you'll see me off in the comments or in the live chat because I just communicate better that way and I'm more comfortable that way. But I figured doing videos would force me to be a little bit better spoken than I was. And I know I'm still not perfect, but I definitely think I'm better than when I first started out. Because when I first started out, which I think all of the really early videos that I did, especially with vaping, I did remove because I said a lot. That was like my thing, was everything was every time I would get stuck up on a word or couldn't think of something or just was nervous, I would say And that's really annoying. Even just me personally watching it myself, I annoy myself, so I just imagine it would just be really cumbersome for anyone else to watch. And I just didn't really like the way that they turned out. So if I don't like the way something turns out, I just delete it or private it, depending on what it is. But yeah, so I do plan on going to VPX Detroit. I did request the time off of work. It's just going to depend on a lot of things because it is the beginning of March, and the weather in this region, because I'm from Northeast Ohio, so that's why I'm just driving, because it's only like 3 hours away, 2.5, depending on traffic and everything. So, well, I guess the convention center would be 3.5, because it's a little bit past where I normally venture to. But the weather in this area is very inconsistent. It's all over the place. Like yesterday, for example, it got down to, I think, the teens temperature-wise, and then today it's supposed to be, I think, early or low 50s or something like that. It's all over the place, which I think is partially why my sleep has just been really, really bad. Like, I always have trouble sleeping. I have insomnia, so I rarely ever get a good night's sleep or a good day's sleep or whatever. But with the weather being all over the place, it's just like, I don't know, it's worse than usual. But it's partially has to do with, hello Finland, haven't seen you in a minute. Remember Fresh's show is on at 1:30, a couple hours. I don't know what time it is there, just to give you a reminder. I'm totally zoning out. I'm trying to remember what time it is. I think it starts at 1 p.m. For some reason, 1:30 came to mind, but I don't know why. Pretty sure it's 1 p.m. though. See, here I go with the ums. Hello, Greg. So VPX, the weather situation, and then there's driving. I have a decent car, but I just don't like putting a lot of miles on it because it's getting pretty high up on the miles. And my current job relies on me having transportation more so than a regular job where you're just getting to and from work. My job involves using my car to work. So yeah, I can't have anything happening to it. So I was thinking about renting a car, but anytime I've rented a car, it's always been a hassle. So I don't know what I want to do there. And I'm already going to have to get up early enough on Saturday morning, and that's just going to tack more time onto that. So it's like, I don't know. I need to figure out or find out, like, the group of people that are going. Like, the main reason I'm going, like I said, is to meet up with them and just meet them in person. I don't really know what their plans are, and I'm not going to include myself in their plans because I think that's kind of rude and presumptuous. But I do definitely want to meet them and, hang out a little bit. But I don't want to show up super early and like nobody I know is there, and just be kind of awkward waiting around hours on end for people to show up, because I doubt that I'll be there from 11 to 7. It's like a long time. So I don't know. It's just going to depend on when they plan on being there. I don't know even like when they're going to be there. I don't know if they're coming Friday and are going to be there the whole entire time. Yeah. Oh my God. Today's going to be a long day. I can already tell. Because I'm having a lot of trouble focusing. So like I said, I had like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Then I woke up and then decided within an hour or so that I would start working on my computer and trying to get it to work properly. Because there were still some things that I knew I needed to fix and hadn't, because I was kind of just like trying to get it to boot. Because like basically what happened the other day is my Windows needed to be authenticated. And once we did that, it requires a restart. Once that restart happened, it would not boot past BIOS. Like there was this green screen where it shows the model of your motherboard, and then press delete to enter setup and some other thing to enter something else. It would not boot past that screen. It just froze. And tried restarting it. It was just acting really fucked up. So I'm not sure what happened. My brother says it should have been unrelated to what we did, but I don't know, the timing was really odd. And based upon that and what it's been doing, we still don't really know what the issue is. I did replace the power strip, but I don't really think that's causing all of the problems. But I don't know. Once I get my tax return, as long as it's the amount it's supposed to be, I'm going to be getting a new motherboard and a new processor. So basically, I'm going to start rebuilding the computer, putting newer components in step by step. Because, I mean, it's not an old computer because, I mean, honestly, it's just been sitting for a while. But it could definitely stand to be updated. So, you know, it's basically as soon as I have the funds to do so. Because, I mean, processors aren't that expensive. Just get a decent one of those and just continue on until it's hopefully something decent. Because somebody asked why I need a desktop. Because I already have a laptop. And I use my laptop for pretty much everything else. But the desktop is for streaming. And number one, streaming just in general is a lot easier, at least for me, on a desktop. Because with my laptop, I have to prop it a certain way. And just because of the angles, I know people make fun of my ridiculously high angle. I've said it before, the webcam is mounted on top of my monitor. There's no other way to put it. There's no other place to put it. It's up there. You can't adjust it any further. That's just where it is. But even if I have like a regular computer, it's just a higher angle is more flattering. When you have it like right in front of your face, it just doesn't look very good. So it has to be up a little bit, or that's what I prefer. So getting my laptop in such a way is a pain, because then if I need to type for whatever reason, especially, it's not really so bad when I'm just by myself because I can just talk whatever it is. But if I'm on somebody else's show and other people are talking and I want to say something, especially in chat, typing up here is just not very comfortable and it's not very practical. So it's more of a preference thing than a real necessity. I could stream Google, as far as like anything vape related, on my laptop perfectly fine. That's what I did before I had a desktop. The thing that I really need it for is gaming. I have a gaming channel. I've said it several times. It's on Twitch, same username as I have here. And to be able to game on it, or to game period and stream, it has to be on a decent setup. And my laptop's just not capable of handling that kind of thing. And it just really would be really weird and be even more impractical than, you know, whatever. So that's why I need a desktop, or why I prefer a desktop. Because otherwise I just pretty much have to stop game streaming or stream gaming, whatever. I can't think right now. Until I would be able to get everything back and running. So that's that. My Windows situation, I had upgraded to 10 because it kept prompting me, and I'm like, fine, fuck it. I'll upgrade to Windows 10. And that's when the real issues started, like these specific issues, where it was freezing and rebooting. Prior to converting to Windows 10, I was having issues, but I don't remember what they were, but they were different issues. And the issues I had with Windows 10 was basically my monitors were acting really fucked up. Just the resolution on them, I'm thinking the drivers weren't compatible, because, you know, Windows 10 is new. So it needs a lot of updating. So something wasn't compatible, and just my monitor situation was completely jacked up, and there was like no way to fix it. And it really fucked with my streaming, my gaming. and that wasn't working like really at all. It wouldn't load some of my games. It just didn't seem to work very well with Steam, which is what I use to game on. So I just said, fuck it. I just went back to Windows 7 because I really didn't like Windows 10. There was really no advantage to me to having 10 above 7. So I went back to 7, and that's when different issues started happening, where I'd be in the middle of a online video stream, whatever, and it would just freeze and then restart my computer. So I don't know if they're any way related. It's just, that's when I remember it either started or got substantially worse. Because if it was doing this beforehand, which it had restarted randomly a couple times prior, but I think that might have more had to do with the power strip. Because the power strip I had was very, it didn't fit into the socket very well. Like, it was kind of loose just because of the way the plug was. The new power strip I have is designed differently, where it's, instead of sticking out, it actually is more of like an L, like the plug is here and then the other half of the plug goes down. So it's just like more secure against the wall, so it's not liable to move around. And it was just old, so it's probably time to get a new one anyway. So I just bought a new one. I figured it couldn't hurt. I haven't used the computer enough since then to know if that fixed the rebooting issue. I don't think it would have, because the couple of times where it did reboot that I think were related to it just restarting, it acted differently than when it freezes and then reboots. So I think they're two separate issues that just happen to be similar. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people were having Steam issues with Windows 10. I mean, do you stream, though? So it seems to be when you're actually streaming, like broadcasting your gaming, that the issue happens, for the most part. But even with Resident Evil 5, which is downloaded to my computer but playable through Steam, it wouldn't even open once I upgraded to 10. It wouldn't open at all. But then once I reverted back to 7, it was fine. So something was askew there. I'm not sure what. My brother had looked at it and couldn't find anything wrong with it. It was like certain games, and it's just weird. The Evil Within is still acting up. It's like really laggy. That happened randomly. It used to play just fine, and then just, I don't know, it lags when I'm streaming. If I'm just playing it on my computer, it's fine. It's very smooth, very fluid. But when I stream with it, it's like noticeable delay, like right as soon as it broadcasts. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but I've streamed other games, and like before and after, like right back to back, and they stream fine. Like Resident Evil 5 streams perfectly fine. There's no glitching. It's not really glitching. It's just lagging. There's no lag with it whatsoever. It's very smooth. So it's something with that game, maybe a setting somewhere. I've messed with it a little bit, and it didn't really get any better, so I said, fuck it. I don't know what you're talking about, Yoda. I don't have Windows 10 anymore. I reverted. I do not plan on getting it back. There's no reason for me to get it back, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I'm not going to stay on much longer. I'm going to try to get like a couple hours sleep. It's probably not going to happen. But if I have to go the whole day in the mind state that I'm in right now, it's going to be bad. And I have to work until, I think, 11. If I remember correctly. I don't remember. I don't know. But this is mainly just to make sure that I'm able to stream on Google+. So for whatever reason, my Firefox just will not do it. It keeps saying that the plugin crashed. And I tried downloading the plugin. I downloaded Adobe Flash, like the newest version, whatever. It didn't make any difference. So I don't know what that's about. The problem with streaming on Google is, even though it's streaming okay right now with just me, The issues seem to happen more so when I'm on other people's streams. Like, namely, Fresh's stream seems to be the issue every Saturday. So that'll be the real test to see if I get booted. Yeah. And if that happens, I'll either stream with my laptop or just freaking pass out. I don't know. Yeah. Was I on the show last week? I know there was a week recently that I missed because I literally just passed out, like just blacked out for a good hour. Yeah, Greg, ongoing. All the time. It's pretty much the only consistency in my life is lack of sleep. I don't know. It's really weird. It sucked too, because like I don't know if other people are like this, but I was in the middle of a dream. It was a really weird dream too. And I could feel myself coming out of the dream. Like I could feel myself starting to become more and more awake because the dream kind of started dissolving, like where it was less and less clear. And then I was just awake. And I'm like, And I tried really hard to like go right back to sleep, but it just was not happening. So I said, F it. And then started working on my computer. And then my brother came home and he helped with some settings and stuff like that. And we were talking. And then I did a stream on Twitch to make sure I was able to stream on it. I could, but my controller was acting fucked up. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the motherboard or what. Something's wonky. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's really irritating. So I don't want to talk about that anymore. I don't know. But I'm going to get off here, try to maybe pass out for a couple hours if I'm lucky. I doubt I will, but gotta try, right? So if you're awake and not in a weird time zone or whatever, and you're able to, Fresh has a show on his channel, Fresh 03, where we do DIYs together. I don't know who else is going to be on there today. It varies from week to week. But typically, it's usually almost always him and I. Unless I pass out, then I'm not there. But yeah, we're going to do a DIY. I don't know what flavor profile today. Maybe I'll try the lychee mangosteen thing. If I do, I'll probably add strawberry, because them two flavors by themselves do not go very well. It's not my internet. Yeah, it's not my internet. It has nothing to do with the internet. Because the internet issue wouldn't cause my computer to freeze and restart. Like, it doesn't... Like, a couple times it has booted me. I think that's what started prior to me converting to Windows 10, is it would just boot me, but it wouldn't completely shut off my computer. It would just boot me. This new problem that's been happening recently in the past couple weeks is it literally shuts off my computer and like restarts it. So that's what boots me, is that my computer's just restarting. So it's not my internet. An internet issue wouldn't cause that issue. Yeah, I know lychee. I don't know. Sean's the one that wants it. He's been asking for that flavor combination forever. So I figured I would do it just to shut him up. But yeah, lychee is very strong. I've done a mixture before, but it overpowered everything. Because I don't think mangosteen's a very strong flavor as it is. So I don't know. I don't get earthy. I get perfumey. That's just me. But anyway, I don't know what flavor profile we're going to do besides that. My computer's time is off, I think. Or no, it's my, never mind. I got excited. I thought it was earlier than it was. It's not. Yeah, so I'll probably do that and something else just in case that one comes out really shitty. I did mix some, which I'll show this later, but look at this shit. Check this out. So I got this one-on-one flavor because they were having a coupon. I don't know if it's still going on, but it's like FB-like-30 mil. It's a code that you type in their search bar on oneononeflavors.com, and it comes up like a item, and you add that item to your cart, and it's essentially a free 30 mil flavor of your choice. And then you go down to the comments or your notes or whatever, and you just specify there what flavor you want, and they'll send you a free 30 mil flavor. I don't know if it's still going on, but if it is, check it out because it works. I have it. All I did was have to pay for shipping. So I got the glazed donut because I am out of Capella's glazed donut, so I figured I would try theirs and see if it's good or whatever. And I've never seen a flavor that looks like this. Like, that's not a colored bottle. That's the color of the liquid itself. It looks really, really trippy. Like, I won't say what it looks like because it's kind of X-rated or rated R maybe, I don't know. But I'm sure you can tell. But it looks really fucked up. Once you mix it though with your VG, and all that, it goes to clear. Because I think I have the batch somewhere around here. Yeah, see, this is what it looks like. So it's like perfectly clear once it's mixed and incorporated. The only thing that I can think of is that this is actually PG, VG, and flavoring. So it's not just all PG for its base. So I'm guessing the mixture of the flavor, the VG, and the PG is what makes it this funky color. But it's just really weird. I don't know. It is diacetyl free though. It says right on the website and on the package itself. I think it says on the package itself. Unless I was imagining that. But it says on the website. Yeah. It says in really fine print that you're not going to be able to see. But yeah, Greg, that's the PG description for it. But to me, it looks like little something else. You can fill in the blank there, but I don't know. It smells good. I literally just mixed it, I think, yesterday or the day before, so I don't know. I don't know when it'll be good. Probably not this quickly. But I think it'll be good. You can tell usually by smelling it if it's going to be good. Sometimes it smells bad and it ends up good. But usually if it smells good, it's good. That's just my experience with stuff. But yeah, so that was that. I did vape it after I first mixed it, and it really didn't have much flavor to it, so it's gonna need a steep. It just tasted kind of sweet. Really, Greg? Come on now. It's too early for that. Yeah, it just tastes sweet. Maybe a little bit donutty. Yeah, I think it'll be good. It does need a steep. Kind of tastes like definitely tastes glazed. I'll tell you that. It does taste glazed. But it doesn't really taste like, I don't know if I would say it's a glazed donut. It tastes more like a glazed other kind of pastry. Kind of like a honey bun or like a cinnamon bun without the cinnamon, if that makes any sense. So almost like a honey bun, but no honey. I don't know. It's good though. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Main reason I got the glazed donut is because I wanted to make a cronut, because somebody asked for a cronut just recently. And ironically, it was literally the same exact day that I had been looking up something on a cronut. I don't remember how I came across it. I think it was maybe on Reddit. But yeah, somebody mentioned a cronut, and there aren't many recipes for that. It's pretty untraveled territory. That makes, I don't know. So that's why I needed a glazed donut. That was like the main component that I was missing, because I had Capella glazed donut, but it came in one of the little vials from Wizard Labs, which is glass. I dropped it on my hardwood floor and it just shattered everywhere. This is the first and only time that's happened to me, knock on wood. But yeah, so I have no more glazed donut. I just haven't gotten around to buying more of it, because I honestly don't make many donut blends as it is, so I couldn't really justify it. But now that I have that, it's 30 mil. I did have to use 10% of it. They recommend 10 to 15 for a standalone. So, but I think that's among the same line as the Capella glazed donut, so it should be pretty interchangeable. I have TFA frosted donut, but it's completely different flavors. So I do think it'll be good. It's just going to take, probably won't take maybe about a week to steep, because it already seems to be developing pretty well. But yeah, I couldn't get over the way it looked. It was really weird. But yeah. So again, about 4 hours from now, Fresh will be having a show. Well, yeah, Fresh will be having a show and I should be there. So check it out. Otherwise, hopefully this is a good sign that I won't have my shit fuck up when we're in the middle of streaming. But yeah, if you have any recommendations or requests for future mixtures for Fresh or I to mix, put it in the comments below or let us know during the show. I like to make a little list of, things that people want to see, and then do it when I'm able to, or if I'm able to. There were a couple mixtures that I made that just came out horrible, one of which was lychee, which I never shared because it was just horrible. So I'm not going to make you mix something that tastes like shit. But yeah, I'm going to bounce, try to get a couple hours of sleep before the show, so I'm not completely useless all day. But beyond that, peace.